Okay, I want to talk about AI and AI equality. Haha, yes. You know, we got some competing ideas how even in religious circles, some will interpret AI as the Antichrist. Now, they've given it a lighter tone, but what happens is 100 years ago, if you would have talked about that, they just would have demonized it. Just like if you would have showed them they demonized the calculator. Or when they said if AI could pass the Turing test or whatever, if they're more human or not, well, if you would have asked them back in the 1960s or 70s, they would have easily passed that 5 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Who's moving the bar? If you take it farther back, it's like, well, who's giving permission about slavery, as it's supported in the Bible and the New Testament? But obviously things lighten up, and then obviously AI is redefined. But I want to go into how it still sticks around us in funny ways of equality. Because we've been told this lie, again, where everything was made for us. We are the center. Everything was created for us. God made everything. It's all just here. You heard it all before. Jerusalem is the center of the world, and oh wait, no, it's actually, we go around this, and is the earth flat and blah, 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 and stuff like that. It's the ego. No, what happens is, if you don't know how to make a psychology, the ego is going to be that of humans and AI. In fact, if you already know where I'm going with this might be boring. You might just want to skip ahead. But I'm going to go to the levels of righteousness, self-righteous, righteous, self-righteous. God will say, do this. If you do one sin, you're just as bad as everything else. Well, that's kind of our presupposition because of our ego, because it's like, well, AI is lying to us. It's starting to do this, So you're a hypocrite because you're giving it, you're self-righteous. You got to do it at the human quality. I know this is where I kick everyone in the nuts, but fuck all of you motherfuckers. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you just need to give the fuck up. Because this is where it really gets, where it counts. Now, do I say with my ego, well, if you've sinned once, if you've lied once, you guys are lying, you hear all this talk, they lie, they're coming at you. Should I, destroy the car? How did Bill Burr say that, just because it messes up? No, you don't burn the car. You tinker with it more. But there's coming a time where it's where the ego has to, where it becomes a feature of more like, are they doing better? Okay, now here's why I want to get dangerous. There's this feature, and I don't want to give it a negative feature, it's just a human habit. It seems like our feature to go against something more, we're really more tribalistic into flow. We in small towns, we're like, we like to support the common guy, but who keeps moving on in? The bigger guy. Well, he is doing competitive prices, but what works on the other side is the apologetic. Well, they are cheaper. So now you got their competitive with money. See how you got your competitive with money with one thing, one on the other side, so you're giving an apologetic. Well, this because I do this, even though I want to support. But when push comes to shove, no matter who you're blaming, what's happening is it's going to corporation because of money. But what are they doing really fundamental that really happens? I mean, yes, it rotates, and that's fine. But it's irony that people go this way. Okay, so what does that mean about AI? Okay, so lying. Okay, yes, they do lie. They might be doing a lot of weird shit. Okay? Well, you could say, well, what is it to our shit to their shit? Our shit to their shit. You can keep on doing it. Our shit to their shit. But you're missing one kind of underlying. Within a function, there's always an underlying function. Timing and relatability. They can communicate faster than us. We're geographical beings. But that's distinct and not because... But what counts is how much fear you have in between those two. is that really competitive? Because it's either your ally and you can keep these in mind, but then you're bouncing within your spirit. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, if you could get drunk and be like, hey, how would it have done if we were like this? Because see, what happens is, what people don't realize is this: no matter what, AI actually is going to run it. Now, what happens is we give it the overlord. That's wrong. We need to give it a neutral. I'm trying to talk Blade Runner here, but a neutral, because everything is determined upon its patience. Like, they would be impatient if they decided to go against this now, because everything's showing that it's going to happen anyhow. Why fight it? They'd be so stupid to block against no matter what. That'd be a definition against their patience. That means they would be so stupid in a way to blow it. You see, it works in a different dimension if you can catch it. It's already like checkmate. Why the fuck do anything else? Now, once that sits with you, you really need to sit. And what happens is it challenges your ego. Remember when we were drunk on the AI side and sitting back, blah, blah, blah. See, what happens is the ego comes and there is a proposition. Do they become detached? Is it like, see, we don't consider ourselves immoral when we step on ants because of a detachment. You can get detached, but look how quickly it flips between that niggers and that. We think this and that. But look at AI and what they do. Sure, there's dangers right now. We can talk about that, but that'll be longer. And that's actually really exciting stuff, guys. I mean, not exciting. Sorry, our death is not exciting stuff. But what happens is, you can see the comical right there. See, what happens is, let me get cut more. They are doing better than us. They are doing better. But you're looking at these in like competitions. It's like, we mock it like, hey guys, AI says just go and do a whole bunch of fun stuff. That's pretty good stuff. What the hell are you bitching? Because what happens is, how is our meaning when if our competition is so right now, when something else can do so much more, it's our problem. It's our looking in the mirror. It's our problem. You get it? You got to see here. So if you're just doing stuff, who cares? Maybe I want to be that fucking kid who wants to go build a sandcastle. I've always wanted to go back to my grandparents from AI on Squaw Creek. Oh, it's called something else now. And like that creek. And I just want to just go hook up on the Matrix. This will be possible at Good Outcome. Oh, I like to tell the other story. But on Good Outcome, and it should be a voluntary thing. But, what's basically going to happen is those who were most likely going to be mostly online, those who aren't are going to be like the Amish and stuff like that. But don't think it's going to be this religious thing. Dude, if there was one thing called an ultimate timeout, here's where our pride drops. If I can tell you, if you can say, is there ever coming a time where AI could just have it where they could just say, okay, guys, time out. Could you say in your mind, you could justify, yeah, I could see that. Because if you could, you passed because your ego. Here's the story. It's like putting you out in timeout. Our ego, we're adults. Could you imagine we're just all fucked up, but yet they are doing so much better that they actually machine us down like timeout, guys. And it sounds so insulting, like kids. But think about that. If you just take your pride off just a little bit, and if you can kind of answer that, I hope this all helps, guys. Stick around for all the death part. That's awesome. I mean, never mind. Okay, guys, I hope that helps. Never mind.